Hey, it's time for another vlog! Hooray, hooray. I'm trying to think back of stuff that happened this week. One thing that hangs in my mind is I got this coworker kind of scared of me, which is never a good thing, because in a workplace you want to be able to trust people and not fear them. You know, that's the plan. But apparently, this is an accountant, mind you. I just went in. Well, actually I stood at the doorway. And I guess me being comfortable, usually at the doorway, is putting the hands up on the top of the doorway. You'll just kind of hang in loose and all fancy free like, and it's all relaxed. That's just, I don't like sitting down and stuff. So I was just stopping by real fast at the doorway. I didn't have time to come sit down. Just wanted to run some things by her about some stuff that I needed to be paid for. That's it. That's all I did. And I guess it's never good when you block an exit, you know, because people kind of get scared, like, is he not going to let me leave? But no, I would have let anyone leave if they wanted to leave. I just sitting there for a second, and then later I hear through the grapevine that I attacked a coworker, I scared a coworker, and she was very afraid, which I don't want. I think a lot of people on YouTube actually know me better than people that supposedly should know me in real life do, because I won't harm a fly. Really. I mean, in fact, I escort crickets out of my house. You know, most people would kill them and stuff. I let them out, and I like to find a spot for them where they could thrive and flourish. You know, it's just my nature. But she got scared and rattled, and I think everything will be alright. But I don't take it too seriously from her, because I remember a while back, a few years ago, we had this CPR class. And in the CPR class, the instructor was talking about if, you know, a brawl got in the way of saving your life, of course, you have to remove the brawl to be able to do the CPR stuff. She got really red-faced at that point, and you know, and she said, "Are you sure he has to remove the brawl to save my life?" You know, it's like, someone saw you nude, who cares? You're still alive. To me, I don't know. It doesn't, but of course I'm a man. But she got all flustered and stuff over this one thing, and I was like, geez, lady, give it up. Who cares? Fine, I'll let you die. Dead. But yeah, sometimes they do have to remove the bras. But I mean, you're in instinct mode, you're not in lust mode when someone's dying. So, I won't worry. Now, bystanders may, you know, ogle, but I'd like to think they won't. I'd like to think they'd also be in rescue mode and possibly calling the emergency numbers on their cell phones. But anyway, she's just always been this way, so I don't know if you've heard this already, but Chuck Liddell is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. And the only other time I ever watched that show was when Penn Jillette was on, because I love Penn Jillette. And that's the only other time I watched it. And then when they booted him off, I stopped watching it. So I may start watching again for Chuck freaking Liddell. In fact, I think, since it's so amazing, the MMA community is so huge online, we should, I think half of it is based on your score from the dancing and the judges. And the other half, though, is from the people. And I think it'd be awesome if the MMA community pulled a Sanjaya and just kept on voting for Chuck Liddell and try to keep him on that show for as long as possible. Even if he sucks. I mean, sucks bad. That would make for good TV, I think. Oh, yeah. I was real upset this week that I sent a package and the post office wasn't able to understand it. Even though it said, yeah, let's just make up, I'm not going to say this guy's address, of course, not online, but I'm going to say, let's say North Ridgewood was the address. And the way I got it, it was spelled out, North. So I spelled out North and put it next to Ridgewood. Alright? Understandable, correct? I mean, that's how I got it. That's the return address, so that's what I used. I sent it back that way. Well, they sent it back to me saying they couldn't find it. So then I had to put in for North, period, space, Ridgewood. That, it's like, just look for a second. Understand something and look, and then you'll understand it and be able to do my package justice. Otherwise, I'm having to spend more money to resend something because of your incompetence. How dare you, post office? Really hate the post office. It just, I know they hate their jobs, and I could see it on their faces when I put a package in, but that's no excuse for screwing me over. Alright? So there's a warning for you, post office. Put 2 and 2 together and make some sense. I was at the dentist this week getting my, I don't know, my 4th root canal now. Or no, third, yeah. Probably need 4. But anyway, I was there, and they have the TV, and they ask you, what do you want to watch on TV? So luckily, before I got there, I looked on the TV listings at what was on at 10 a.m. and I came up with Frasier, which is the only show that I remotely liked that was on. So I sat there and we watched some 2 early episodes of Frasier, and that was good. And after those, though, we started going into, after the hour block of Frasier, and on came Will and Grace, which, Will and Grace is so hard to watch. No, I don't like Will and Grace. In fact, I was thinking, I wonder if the gay community, I don't know, 100 years from now, will look back at Will and Grace like the black community looks back at Amos and Andy. Think about it. Because a lot of it just insults their intelligence and everything else. It's just all these one-liner gay jokes. I'm gay! Who's It's, I'm black! It's the same thing. It's just... And also, with Amos and Andy, if you don't know, it was white men wearing blackface. And with at least one character from... Wasn't that one good-looking gay guy on Will and Grace? He was actually straight. So it was also, it has that going for it, where it's people pretending to be something they aren't, which always gets negative feedback when you can actually hire people who are black to play black roles, or you could hire a gay man to play a gay role. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's one-dimensional filler crap. It's fluff. I hate it, and I hated having to watch it. I don't know what was worse, the root canal or Will and Grace. I don't know. Probably Will and Grace. Alright, well this week I'm having co-channels of the week, because 2 channels I really liked was Dead Man, who's now returned from being hacked, and he's now got his channel. So check it out. And also MNC. MNC started a really good tag video this week for gamers that was really neat, and I give him props for starting it. And he always goes the extra mile for his videos. He does costumes and makeup, and actually he donned blackface for this one, which I don't know. I don't have opinion hey or nay on, because I don't want to be crucified.
Here are the people that are getting tagged. Or getting game tagged. Gamer tag. Getting game tagged. There you go. That's what it's called. These are people getting game tagged. First one, Noisy Tut. Noisy Tut. Noisy Tut.
But he is funny guy, entertaining, and apparently now black. Also, Dead Man I gotta give him his props too. He's a real cool guy, and he's re-uploading all his videos, and a lot of them I haven't seen before because I'm a new subscriber to his old channel, and now he has this new channel, and I'm checking it out, and it's like he's painting NESs and PlayStations, and he's also doing some really good topics for the gamer community. You know, a lot of things about how people perceive us in the outside world, how people think about people who still into retro gaming even though it's so passe, and it's really good stuff. So I want you to check both of those guys out. Wonka wonka. And that's it I have for this week. That's all. That's all. Goodbye, my bludgeons to death babies!